Well, hello everyone, and this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days. And I know, can you believe it? We are now in November. I know that's really incredible to think. We're actually, if you can believe it, 2/3 of the way through meteorological fall now. So, of course, we know what the next season is, but we'll worry about that when it comes here, that's for sure. But look at this again. Starting at our period on Friday, we're looking at temperatures again. I know this is nothing new, but temperatures again way up in the upper 60s. And we might actually touch into the low to mid 70s. There's a couple of models that are showing it might be a little bit warmer than even what we're saying on there. So that's really something incredible, that's for sure, especially going into the first few days of November. Never mind, that would be nice weather for the beginning of September. But of course, our average temperatures are only supposed to be in the upper 50s, mid 50s, usually around that. So will be a good 10 to 15 degrees above the average high going into Friday and into the very, very, very first part of the weekend. Now, as we get, of course, to the ends of the period, getting into, look at that, November 9th already, you can definitely tell that our average highs really are starting to trail off and into the lower 50s. So that's definitely a sign that, unfortunately, winter is on its way. And, of course, you notice, look at how late now the sun is rising in the morning, how early it's going down. And, of course, before you go to bed on Sunday night, you're actually going to have to turn the clocks back an hour. So we're going to be seeing the sun setting around 4:30 starting on Sunday afternoon. So I know that's a little bit of depressing news, but we'll go ahead and show you a little bit of what's going to be going on with our weather for the next 7 days. As we go on to the next graphic, this is kind of an active pattern here. This really isn't something that we've seen a lot of, save for last Monday where we had all of that incredibly heavy rain and really, really strong winds. Now, most of our weather is really going to be going on as we get into the latter portion of the period here in the Burlington area. And we're going to see a series of low pressure centers moving our way from the southwest. And what's going to be happening is we're going to see a couple of weak low pressure centers, perhaps on Wednesday, scooting by us to the southeast. Now, there's also going to be a very chilly high pressure center centered over southeastern Canada. And we're going to have to watch carefully and see how strong this high is and see how much cool air drains down in here Wednesday morning. Because it looks like if you're up in central New Hampshire and into Maine and up that way, we're actually going to probably start off as a brief period of light snow on Wednesday. Nothing down here in the Burlington area, it looks like right now in terms of even flurry activity. But keep in mind, Wednesday is going to be a pretty chilly and raw day with temperatures only in the 40s and some pretty steady rain. Thereafter, though, on Thursday, we're going to see a secondary low pressure center maybe come up the coast. And we're going to have to keep an eye on this one. This one could also be fairly heavy in terms of rainfall, and it could also drag down some very cold air on the backside. But we won't worry about that right now. Weather's looking not too bad, a little bit unsettled towards the end of the period. And, of course, after those storms all pass by, we have some chilly weather coming in as we head into the start of next weekend. Now, as we go ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about the temperature and precip that we're expecting for November. Now, according to the Climate Prediction Center, up here in the Burlington area and over most of southern New England, looks like we're expecting pretty average conditions, but as you can see, if you're traveling up out into New York State and up into northern New England, they might be getting a little bit more in the way of normal precipitation. Now, if you're traveling down to the southern tier anywhere, especially from Texas to Florida, going down there for a little bit of vacation, getting up towards Thanksgiving, looks like it's going to be pretty dry down there. Now, the next graphic is one that we've been seeing for about the past 6 or 7 months or so, and this is no surprise to us. Up here in the Burlington area and the rest of New England, in fact, we're expecting above average temperatures again for November. Maybe not quite as warm as it was in October, but definitely above the average. And if you're traveling down south, look at that. It's going to definitely have a feel of midsummer if you're going that way. Traveling out west, though, it's going to be very chilly and very wintry. We're looking at probably that's going to be where the jackpot in terms of snow is coming up for November. Now, going ahead, I'm going to show you some of those conditions that we're expecting for the next 7 days. And again, as we can see here on Friday, starting on our period, maybe some rain showers as this pretty strong cold front approaches, but temperatures, look at this, again, up in the upper 60s to maybe even as high as the mid 70s. However, as we go into the latter portion of Friday night, getting into Saturday morning, we're going to see the temperatures really crash down into the 30s. And look at this on Saturday. Nice sunny skies, a couple of clouds around, but pretty chilly in the low 50s. And of course, before we go to bed again on Sunday morning, we're going to be turning the clocks back. So remember that as we're going as standard time actually comes back to us here in the Burlington area. And again, a chance of a couple of showers here and there. Nice weather as we head into Tuesday. And of course, Wednesday and Thursday is where it gets a little bit active for our weather pattern. And look at this on Wednesday. Temperatures are only going to be in the upper 40s for temperatures with some rain. So, and the same thing with Wednesday, just barely making it above 50. So some real raw November conditions as we get towards the end of the week. But folks, I hope you get out there, enjoy your weekend, and have a great week.